what happens every time you lose someone, roles change. You know, when you continue to lose people, you're looking at a guy like Booker, who's an energy guy for you. Now he has to become a main guy, and you know, he's not. We're asking somebody that is really not ready to do that. I thought overall, I think as a team we competed. You know, there's no question that the length bothers you. We missed 7 layups, and we shoot 13 for 29 inside the paint. You know, just their size and the length bothers you there.
Well, when you're already playing shorthanded and then you lose somebody else, you feel sometimes like, gee, it's really, when am I going to get a whole team?
Well, I mean, like, you can't worry about things that you had no control over. You know, I thought that, you know, from our player standpoint, you know, they could have just said that, and, you know, at no point did I think our guys, we didn't compete and play hard today. And I think that's something that we've got to, build on. And I told our guys afterwards, you know, they played how you want to play, you know, as a team. You know, they share the ball tremendously. They're, you know, very unselfish in how they play. They have a killer instinct. And what they do is they do the dirty work inside, you know, and you're within 6 feet, 7 feet of the basket. They punish you as far as physically, and they manhandle us at times around there. But I thought, you know, we still competed, and we, you know, battled them on the glass for most of it. And we didn't shoot the ball well. You know, and I think that's, you know, when you're undermanned and you're smaller, you know, what you have to do is you either got to get to the free throw line, or you got to shoot it well. We didn't really do either one of those. You know, and our bigs aren't getting to the line. You know, and your bigs, you know, even if they're not getting the ball a lot, you know, you hope that you can get to the line either by being aggressive on the rebounds and doing those type of things. And we just, we didn't do enough of those.
Well, that run that Kobe went on, I know you've seen it a lot last couple years.
Yeah.
That seemed like really good play.
Well, after he missed those 3 free throws, I called Nick and Gil over, and I said, I just want you guys to be ready. Because, you know, Kobe's the type of player, it's like he's a servant almost. The more the challenge, the better he rises to the occasion. And so I knew he was going to get aggressive, and you know, and he got going, hit, you know, threes, and just, you know, got on the roll. That's what he does, and that's why he's going to go down as one of the greatest, you know, that's played the game. And there he plays. You know, great players, great teams. You know, when they play, they almost are playing in slow motion. You know, as far as how they play, because they're so methodical in the things that they do. And they determine what they want to get, and they can do it. And both at the offensive end and the defensive end.
Talk about just the pressure. I mean, Nick knew he needed to score tonight in the first half.
Yeah.
Sort of lived up to it, but then
he got tired. You know, they put a lot of pressure on him. You know, one of the main things too is, you know, when he scored a lot, but I thought the guy, you know, Seraphin got him open a lot with some screens, and as did, you know, as did Book a few times, and that's the one thing we got to work on JaVale with, his ability to get people open as far as on screens.
You played the better teams in the East. You played these guys twice, and you haven't played Dallas or San Antonio. But this is the best team you've seen.
Well, I think they're the most complete team, which might make them the best team. You know, they just got Bynum back, but they have, you know, one of the reasons that Boston went out and got the players that they got, the 2 O'Neills and that, is because they found out when they play against this team, especially in a series, and they have so much length. You know, I mean, at times they can put Odom at the 3 and Kobe at the 2. You know, the length that they have is unbelievable. You know, and so they can eat up paint, and, you know, they can get you as far as on the glass. But they're probably the most versatile team. You know, I hate to say it because we got Miami coming in on Saturday, you know, from billboards, but I'd say they are the reigning champs. You know, so they're the best last year. You know, right now, I think they're the best that we play from the standpoint of, you know, multi-dimensional. You know, I will say this, you know, Gasol, you know, the triangle offense was made for him. He's about as good as you could have to put him in that offense, with his ability to pass the ball, his ability to find cutters, his ability to score inside, ability to face up. You know, he's, you know, I mean, it was really made for him.
What was the stats of the? What do you expect the team?
You know, I didn't even check on it. I don't know. I mean, based on the fact that I think it's the same day, at least that's the way it looked. You know, I would say that you know, that can't be good. So we'll just have to go with. And I told our guys after the game, you know, we made some progress in there. We got to keep on plugging away, keep on getting better and better. Cut down on the little things, the little mistakes. We got to try to get healthy. here in the next 48 hours and try to go find a way to get our first road win.
Flip, you talked about the length of this team, and you talked about the team not being able to get to the line as much as we would have liked tonight. To what extent are the two related, or is there another factor than that?
Well, I mean, their length has something to do with that. There's no question. The other factor is that, I mean, if you look at our team that we have, our front line people, I don't think there's anyone in there that you ask anybody, say that guy's a low post scorer. You know? And so when you don't have a low post scorer per se, anybody, you know, what happens is they can put so much more pressure on the other players. And you gotta understand, you know, they've got Kobe's the first team all defensive player. You know, Artest is the first team all defensive player, and you know, Derek Fisher never gets the recognition, but he might be one of the best, you know, team defenders that's played in a long time. And so they can take you and keep you from doing those things. But I will say this, you know, I've been on the other side when I was in Detroit, you know, in Minnesota, went to the Western Conference Finals. You know, it pays to be good, because when you're good, you get to play a little bit more physical, it seems, and you seem to get a lot more calls.
You guys had a good start to the first quarter, good ball movement.
Yeah.
Seven of your 19 total assists. What that when the Lakers just wake up on defense?
No, I mean,